Welcome to Unstoppable Female Entrepreneurs, where business expert and success coach Kelsey Matheson teaches you how to massively grow your business, navigate the mind drama that's holding you back, make more money, and acquire the skills and confidence to become unstoppable.
Hello, my friends. This is Unstoppable Female Entrepreneurs, and this is episode number 17. Happy February. So when this episode airs, it will be February 8th, which means we will be moved into our new place here in Brooklyn. And it will also mean that my mastermind group and I will be 8 days into an exciting challenge that is going to transform the businesses of these wellness entrepreneurs that I work with. It's the first challenge I've done with this group, and I'm going to do it right along with them. I'm doing it too. So let me share with you some of the details. On February 1st, we started the Find Your Voice Challenge. And you can do it here with me as well. It's not too late to join, whether you do it here by listening to the podcast or you join my mastermind and do it alongside the group. But first, let me tell you a little bit about this challenge. It's 28 days long, so we're doing it for the month of February, but really you can start anytime. And if you've been listening to the podcast, then you know that I run a mastermind for wellness entrepreneurs, and we meet live every Wednesday. And we have a private Facebook group where we connect and collaborate and offer feedback. And I do trainings and all the wonderful things. We have expert guests on. It's awesome. And the focus of this mastermind is to grow my clients' businesses so they start making $3,000 every month, $4,000 every month, $5,000 every month consistently in their businesses. And then typically once that happens, then they will usually start to work with me one-on-one. They'll hire me for one-on-one coaching to scale their business to $10,000 months and beyond. And it's all very exciting for me to watch these women grow their businesses in a way that they've never even imagined possible. Like they never thought that what they are creating was even possible when they first decided to start their own business. And for the first time in 2 years, we are doing a challenge that is all about finding your voice as an entrepreneur. And I'm doing it too. Like this is a really powerful exercise to do no matter what stage you're at in building your business. Because I know I'm going to get just as much out of it as someone else who is just starting their business. And I know that they're going to get just as much out of it as someone who's been building their business for 3 or 4 years. And it sort of goes against what all the marketers are telling you to do. And this challenge sort of goes against what all the marketers are telling you to do. But before I dive into the structure of this 28-day challenge, I want to talk a little bit about stick-to-itiveness. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I posted on my social media platforms that the author Stephen King tweeted to his 6.5 million followers about the TV show that my husband is in. And not only did he tweet about it, he raved about it. And so if you are a regular listener to this podcast, then you know that my husband is a professional actor and he was away in Halifax shooting a television series for 4 months last summer. The show is an American series, but they're shooting it up in Canada and it's called From, F-R-O-M. So it's kind of like Stranger Things sort of meets Walking Dead. It's creepy, there's monsters, and it's about this community of people who are essentially stuck in this small town. Don't worry, that doesn't give anything away. And it airs on Epix on February 20th, and then it goes to Netflix in the spring. And the reason why I'm telling you all of this isn't just to plug my husband's show, but I want to talk about stick-to-itiveness. Right? Sticking to something no matter what. And 6 years ago, we sold our beautiful home in a very desirable neighborhood in Toronto, Canada. We sold most of our belongings for a tiny fraction of what they were worth, and we packed up the rest of our stuff and we moved our little family, including our 2 little guinea pigs, to New York City. Now, the first few years that we were here in New York were hard, and I mean hard in all caps. Like, there have been 2 times in my life where I didn't think that I could get through what I was going through, when I felt so stuck and I was so deep in despair. And those first few years living here in New York was truthfully one of those times. And look, there were a number of reasons why, but my husband Scott's career wasn't taking off the way that we had hoped at the time. My programs and offerings and online courses weren't selling the way that I had projected. My resort, Anamaya, was experiencing a couple of slow years. The US dollar was crazy, so we were losing 30 to 40% on our nest egg that we had set aside when we moved here from Canada. I was having panic attacks at 3 a.m. on the regular. Like, there was a lot going on. It was challenging. It was hard, but we got through it. So in my Facebook post about Stephen King's tweet, I shared that my husband and I have always followed our dreams and gone after the life that we've wanted to create for ourselves, right? And look, sometimes it's worked out and other times it hasn't. But one thing for sure is that if we hadn't kept trying, if we had let failure stop us, if we hadn't felt the fear and did it anyway, if we weren't grateful for the crazy adventure every single step of the way, especially when things were the most challenging, if we didn't have that stick-to-itiveness, then we would never get to experience amazing moments like Scotty booking this new TV series and Stephen King raving about it to his fans, right? And I just want you ladies to think about this as you build your businesses, because there will be days when you will second guess yourself because it feels too hard. Because there will be days when you will second guess yourself because it feels too hard. There will be days when you will beat yourself up because you think that you're the problem and that you're not good enough or smart enough or talented enough or young enough or old enough. As we build our businesses, we have to remember that the not enough mind drama is your healthy brain just trying to keep you safe. It's how we're wired. We're human. So it happens whether we're entrepreneurs or not. But because we're entrepreneurs, it ramps up significantly, right? As business owners, we have to have the courage and the self-confidence to put ourselves out there and to put our businesses out there. As entrepreneurs, we're constantly stepping outside our comfort zone in order to grow and learn and fail and try again. And that freaks our brains out. I talk about the grind in episode number 7. The grind is real, especially as you grow your business to make your first 100K. So stick-to-itiveness, tenacity, never giving up, it really all comes down to mindset and remembering why you started your business in the first place. Because being an entrepreneur goes against our nature. We are wired as humans to go towards pleasure and away from pain. But as entrepreneurs, we are doing the exact opposite of that all the time, all day long, in fact. You all have chosen to do something that most people won't do, or they try and then they quit. You are wellness entrepreneurs, so your businesses serve the world and make it a better place. And when things get hard, and they will, I want you to feel the feelings of disappointment or discouragement or unworthiness or frustration. Feel them in your body. Accept that it's okay. Accept that it's totally normal. And then remember your why. Because that is what will drive your stick-to-itiveness. That stick-to-itiveness is going to support you in this Find Your Voice challenge. So my mastermind started this challenge on February 1st, but you can start today. And what's interesting about this challenge is it's all about writing. And I know that everyone is focusing on video these days, and video is really where it's at. But writing is one of the most essential skills to learn as an entrepreneur. This writing challenge will help you find your voice, will help you fine tune your positioning as an entrepreneur. It will develop your skills as a writer. You will become more disciplined. You will become more resourceful. It will spark your creativity, and it will develop tons of content. I mean it, like you will be able to repurpose this content for the rest of the year. You will be able to take this content and make videos. And I know that sounds maybe like an exaggeration in terms of like using this content for the rest of the year, but it's true. You'll be able to repurpose this content for months and months and months and months. So I'm asking you all to decide and to commit to writing and posting every single day for 28 days. Now, look, it could be a blog post, an Instagram post, a Facebook post, a LinkedIn article, maybe an article on Medium or a newsletter or an email that you send out. But it all has to be written and it all has to be brand new content every single day. So this could be a really nice long blog post, or it could be a few short sentences, but it's new content every single day. So you could talk about your niche, promote your offer, tell your story, talk about your why, share an experience about something that you witnessed at the grocery store and why it had an impact on you, or write about something interesting your friend posted about that made you think about things from a different perspective. Or maybe it could be about something that you just found funny or amusing. It doesn't necessarily have to be deep or profound. You could share a testimonial from one of your clients or a quote that you like, and then write about why it means so much to you. Because remember, just sharing the testimonial or just sharing the quote doesn't count in this challenge because it was written by somebody else. So you can share it, but then you'd have to write your own thoughts about it. And again, it could be a couple of paragraphs, it could be a couple of sentences. But the idea here is that you will write every day so that you practice offering your offer. You practice getting clearer on your positioning. You practice speaking directly to your audience. You practice letting them in on your thoughts and your ideas and who you are and why you do what it is that you do. Write about the problem that you solve. You're going to find your voice by speaking directly to your niche every single day for 28 days. And let me say this. Don't overcomplicate it or make it hard. Let it be easy. The point here is to get you writing, to get you communicating with your audience and your target market, and to find your voice. Now, in the beginning, it might be a little rough, or maybe near the middle, or close to the end. You'll be like, oh my gosh, what am I going to write about today? But we're going to embrace that stick-to-itiveness that I talked about earlier to get it done. You'll be able to use the content that you create over the next 28 days on your website. You'll be able to repurpose all of this content for future videos. You'll be able to repurpose it in so many ways. But I want to encourage you to write brand new content every single day for 28 days. So on day 1, you might write a nice, juicy blog post. But on the second day, I don't want you to take pieces from that blog post and repurpose them on Facebook or Instagram. You can do that after the challenge is over. Or let's say you write a new piece of content on Facebook on day 2, and then you decide to do a separate post that contains maybe some of the writing that you did on the blog post from day 1. That's fine, because then those are basically 2 different posts. But the point of this is to write something new every single day and then share it for 28 days. Now, if you want some content ideas or some motivation and additional support, then I highly recommend you join our Mastermind for Wellness Entrepreneurs. Now, we're a little over a week in, and we're here for you. We can hold you accountable. We can give you ideas. We can motivate you. Right? And then what's going to happen is we're going to analyze the challenge after it's done, which is really just as important as doing the Find Your Voice challenge in the first place, right? To look at the results afterwards. How did we grow? How did that influence your positioning? How did that influence how you speak now to your niche? So I would love for you to join us in the Mastermind, because it will not only take this challenge to a whole new level for you, but in 2022, this group is going to experience the most growth in their businesses that they ever have. more money, more clients, more skills learned, more entrepreneurial muscles built. It's all about becoming unstoppable as we build our businesses. So I would love for you to join us if you feel this support is exactly what you need. But you could do this on your own. You could do this 28-day challenge easily on your own. So as you embark on this challenge, my question for you is this. When was there a time in your life when you felt the fear and you did it anyway? When did you embrace that stick-to-itiveness in your past? Okay, that is what I have for you today, my entrepreneurial friends. I am so excited for you to embrace this Find Your Voice challenge. So please share with me how it goes, what you learned in the process. Reach out to me if you feel like you're getting stuck. Because the transformation you experience in communicating with your audience over the next 28 days is going to be profound. All right, have a fantastic week, and I look forward to speaking with you again next time. Ciao for now. Hey, if you'd like a weekly dose of motivation, inspiration, and actionable tips to grow your business while managing all the things, then you need to get on my email list. Just head over to kelseymatheson.com to join my list, and while you're there, check out the awesome free content I give away. If you enjoyed what you heard today, please share with other female entrepreneurs who need some love and support. And of course, if you haven't already, I would be so grateful if you subscribe, rate, and review my show on your favorite podcast player. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to connecting with you next week.